Okay, hey everybody. So we're going to start on functions and how to represent them and all that kind of stuff. All right, so the first thing we're going to learn about is slope. All right, so slope is, there's different ways to kind of think about slope. Let me get my highlighter out. It's not a real country right there. It just comes out sometimes. All right, so slope is rise over run. You can think of it that way. Like if you're sitting on the ground, you cannot start running unless you rise up and then start running. All right, so it is the change up and down, which is your vertical change, okay, over your horizontal change, okay, which is how the equation y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And that's a formula I'll give you on a test. Okay, so this formula is the same as right here. I'll give it to you. Okay, in the this guy y equals mx plus b, that guy is called the slope intercept form of a linear equation, and slope is the m. M and b are going to be number values, and then the y and x is a coordinate pair. And so the number touching x, the m, is going to be your slope. All right, so let's look at some stuff and kind of ease you into this. All right, so here we need to get you the formula. Y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. All right, so ordered pairs always come in alphabetical order. So it's going to be x1, that's the x, and that's y1 because it's the very first ordered pair. Then this guy over here is the second ordered pair. So it's going to be x2, then y2. Okay, and then I'm just going to follow the formula. So it says y2. So the value of y2 is 2. Then there's a minus sign. And then it says y1. So I'm going to write minus, so negative 3 over, and then it says x2. And so that's negative 4. And then there's a minus sign. And then it says x1. And x1 is 1. All right, now I just need to simplify. All right, minus negative is the same as plus a positive. So 2 plus 3 is 5. And then negative 4 minus 1. So you owe me $4 and you owe me one more dollar. So you owe me $5. Okay, and 5 divided by negative 5 is negative 1. So the slope, the m value, is negative 1. Let's do another one just like it. All right, here we go. 2 other points. Okay, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Again, I'm going to give you this formula. Okay, this is the first set. This is the second set. The first things are the x's, and the second numbers are the y's. It goes in ABC order. Okay, so according to our formula, it goes y2. So negative 4. Then there's a minus sign. And then it says y1. So that's 7. And then x2 is negative 1. And then a minus sign. And then x1, so negative 2. All right, so the rule says minus a negative is the same as plus a positive. Okay, so now we need to simplify. Negative 4 minus 7. You owe me $4, you owe me $7 more. You owe me $11. And then negative 1 plus 2. You owe me $1, but you have $2 in your pocket, so there's just $1 left. And if we simplify, negative 11 divided by 1 is just negative 11. So our slope is negative 11. Let's do it again. All right, so here we are. It's our first set, second set. X comes first, then y. X comes first, then y. We use our formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Right, the value of y2 is 5. The value of, then a minus sign, value of y1 is 8. The value of x2 is negative 2. The value of x1 is negative 2. All right, the rule is minus a negative is the same as plus a positive. 5 minus 8 -3. So you have $5 in your pocket, but you owe me $8. So you still owe me 3. And then -2 plus 2, that's 0. So if you stick that in your calculator is going to explode. All right, it really won't explode. It'll say error, or it'll say undefined, or it'll say can't do. Because anytime you have a number over 0, it is undefined. Okay, so here, the number is undefined. The slope is undefined. And if you look carefully and notice this pattern, the x value is the exact same, okay? So anytime we have a number over 0, okay, and you don't necessarily have to memorize this, like just stick -3 divided by 0 in your calculator, and your calculator will say error message or something like that will pop up, okay, and that's how we know it's undefined. If we get 0 over a number, then our answer is 0, okay, and you don't need to memorize it, just stick like 0 divided by -3 in the calculator, and it'll come up with 0. All right, let's try this guy. We have 2 points. We'll say that this is x1, y1, x2, y2. Right, in our formula, y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Right, so y2 is 2, y1 is 5, x2 is -7, x1 is -2. Okay, minus the negative, same as plus a positive. So 2 minus 5, -3. -7 plus 2, -5. All right, a negative divided by a negative is a positive number. So our answer is going to be 3/5. And that's our slope. Let's do another one. Okay, so here we are. X, Y. So -4 would be x1. -1 would be y1. Then x, y. So x2 would be 2, and -2 would be y2. Formula, y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Right, so y2 is -2, minus sign, y1 is -1. x2 is 2, x1 is -4. Right, minus a negative is the same as plus a positive. So -2 plus 1 is -1. 2 plus 4 is 6. So our answer is -1/6, and that's the slope. And so the slope is like how steep something is. You ever like go up or down some stairs, and you're like, these stairs are weird. Like they're either too steep, or maybe you have stairs that like there's some stairs on campus over here that it's not like exactly one step. It's like a step and a half before I get to the next step, and I just have to make these really long strides. That's my chair, by the way. I have a really squeaky chair. And so the slope is how steep something is. So if somebody is, for example, like on a wheelchair and they need to go up a ramp, there's ADA regulations on like how steep that needs to be for them. All right, well, that's it on slope. Go complete your independent practice.